Frankfurt in Germany has one of the busiest airports in the whole of Europe. Over 500 planes land on this runway every day, and they all wear it down. So the 4 kilometers of tarmac needs to be regularly replaced. Doing it in one go would take a long time and interrupt air traffic, so they do it bit by bit. But how do they beat the ever-ticking airport clock? This construction crew have just 8 hours to replace a 15-meter by 60-meter stretch in time for the first flight landing tomorrow morning. The heat is on. First, the old tarmac is broken up by 4 powerful diggers. "1,500 tons of rubble is removed and lorries taken away for recycling. They only have an hour and a half for this part of the job, so a supervisor makes sure that everything is running to schedule. Once the 60-centimeter layer has been removed, an explosives expert moves in with a sensor to search the ground for undetected World War II bombs. When he gives the all clear, the next flock of machinery moves in to prepare the ground for a new tarmac. The whole area is flattened to a depth of 70 centimeters. The runway's foundation is made from a layer of recycled tarmac. Even under the time pressure, it's vital that every step is carried out perfectly. The safety of the planes that will land here in a few hours' time is in these guys' hands. The layer has to be even, so a close eye is kept on the depth throughout the whole process. Tubes are laid out, which will house the electric cables for the runway lighting. The pit's ready to be asphalted at one end, whilst at the other end, the last concrete is still being removed. The asphalt is trucked in by the ton. As it arrives, the temperature is measured by a laser. It all has to be laid out while it's still hot. First, the asphalt is laid and condensed around the tubes to protect them from being crushed by the weight of the material and machinery. Then the rest of the pit is filled. Enormous steamrollers condense and flatten it. Working as a team, the crew can complete this section in just 1.5 hours. To be sure the tarmac can take the enormous load of a jumbo jet coming into land, these 2 machines add another 2 asphalt layers on top. Again, steamrollers compress it into a level surface. The first plane is scheduled to land in 90 minutes, and construction is still in progress. The density of the asphalt is measured. It's got to be up to standard so they don't have to come back and redo it in a few weeks' time. And like any road, a runway needs markings to guide the planes and airport vehicles. Finally, a fine layer of sand is spread over the cooling tarmac to seal any pores. A vehicle sweeps the new stretch so no debris is left behind that may damage the aircraft. And then it's time to clear the site. It's taken just 8 hours for the crew to strip and replace another section of the runway, keeping this major airport working safely.